Hello everyone, this is Vishal. Today I am going to share the details of my machine learning Python project that I did with Skyfi Labs. So far, I have learned linear regression from Skyfi Lab and I have prepared a price predicting model for Boston housing data that is present in sklearn dataset. So firstly, we need to import some libraries such as NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib. Here Matplotlib used for plotting the graphs and sklearn library having function like mean square error, min max scalar and the function for splitting the data. Here I also imported IPython. Now, firstly we are loading the data that is Boston, and if we use the describe command in print, we get the output as here. Here we see the number of attributes that are present in the database, which are generally the feature of database by which we can predict the prices. So here we have 13 attributes and a median value which is 14 attribute. Now we will use the data frame object present in the pandas library to assign the feature column from the Boston data and then printing it. See, here after printing we are getting the 506 rows and 13 columns, which means there are 13 features and 506 their respective values. We can also use command like feature and call a separate column like age, and after running it we get the output as this. Okay, now we can assign the target, which is the prices we need to predict, and we can also use the data frame object present in panda library here to assign the target column and printing the target. See, the output is this. Okay, now from the above target column we can take the maximum value by writing this command, and after running this command we get an output as 50, and also we can use the min function for calculating the minimum value from the target. Okay, see, and we see that the minimum value is 5 and the maximum value is 50, so in between the values are also present in the column target. Okay, see, the output is this. Now we have to concatenate the feature and target into a single data frame. We are using the concat function of pandas library, and x is equal to 1, that is x is equal to 1 denotes the column wise concatenation, because by default in this x is equal to 0 is there, which denotes the row wise concatenation, but we have to concatenate the column as column wise, so we are using here axis is equal to 1. Now printing this data frame and getting the output like this. Now we use the describe data frame object to describe and also round off the values up to 2 decimal points. See, we are getting the output of count, mean, standard deviation, minimum value, 25%, 50%, 75%. These are the percentage values, and this is the maximum value of various features having CRIM, column name, ZN column name, Indus, CHARS, NOx, RM, age, DIS, RAD, TX, PT ratio, B, LSTAT, target. Okay. Now we have to find the correlation between the target values and the features. Correlation basically a dependency rate of features and the target. How the change of feature depends on the change of target. Here we can use different type of correlation, but we are using Pearson here. We will also calculate the absolute value. As we are using absolute ABS function here, it will convert all the negative values to the positive values. Okay, I will show you in the graph how this will affect the curve. Okay, after this we are sorting the list and unzipping them again and using matplotlib function to plot the curve against the attribute and see how they are dependent. We are taking the absolute values, so we are getting the positive graph. See, okay, see, if I will remove the ABS function from here, what will I get? See here, RM value has the positive graph and here LSTAT having the negative curve. Okay, this is the change occur when I remove here the absolute function. Okay, now I'm again writing the absolute function here. Okay, see, now all the graphs are positive. Okay, we see here LSTAT is an attribute in which the target value depends inversely, and RM is the attribute on which the value depends positively. Then we need to normalize the data. Here we use the LSTAT function. I'm changing the DIS from here, LSTAT. Okay, because here I am using the LSTAT because the target value affected by it most by the attribute. Then we use the target column. Okay, see, before normalization, when we are using the concept of slicing, we are getting these values. uh, when we are using the concept of normalization, here we are using the min-max scalar function, which is present in the sklearn library, and also using the fit transform function, and also using the reshape function because the fit transform only allows the vertical data. Then here we are using slicing again to change back. See here, after normalization, when we are printing these data, we are getting the output like this. Now we need to split the data into testing and training data. We will take 80% of the data as training data and 20% of the data as testing data. Then we need to define the cost function. Here we are using the mean square error function. We need to define three functions for it to run. Firstly, the error for mean square error, update to update the MNC slope for linear regression equation using update function. Then we define the gradient descent function in which we use the number of iteration to run a loop to check the error every time the M updates. After the error is listened, the error threshold we can break from the loop and save all the values in it and return the final MNC values for prediction. Here we are using the gradient descent function, keeping the learning rate at 0.001. After running the gradient descent function for training the model, for training the data and plotting the regression curve. Wait a minute, I'm running all the cells once more. I'm getting above. I'm here. See, this is the curve. Here in this curve we are getting the negative slope, as we see in the above bar graph. L-stat value when we removing the ABS function, getting the negative bar graph that is below the x-axis. That's why we are getting here the curve slope as negative. Okay, now in this regression curve, which is the training data and the prediction value, we see the slope of the curve is negative, as I already told that the L-stat feature we used for training model have a negative impact on the target value. We also see the error with the iteration. This is the error or iteration curve. Here we are seeing that the error have gradually decreasing over the iteration. Okay, after that we are creating the sine curve having unevenly spaced values. In the above sine curve, if we add the noise of 0.5, then we are getting the curve like this. See, the red color showing in the sine curve are the noise. Okay, now we are calculating the mean square error. We are getting the value as 0.075. Again the same value is getting, but by different logic. Here we are using the mean squared error function, which are present in the sklearn library. After that we are visualizing this. This is the scatter curve. Now after that we are getting the prediction value on the testing data using the regression line curve equation, that is y is equal to mx plus c here. And after that we are computing the predicted mean squared error. Here the error we are getting as 0.01. okay, now we can just add the testing data and the predicted value in a data frame and show them. We can also plot its curve. Here is the curve. Here we see that the curve having the negative slope. Okay, normalization to obtain the predicted value of the houses and predicted data and target values. We have to predicted data in normalized form, so we need to revert the normalization by scaling it. We use the inverse transform function for it, and then after scaling we take the data frame and show the value, that is target y and predicted y. Now I will show you if I will change the L-stat value by RM, which changes will I get in our training data. I am changing here L-stat by RM and running all the cells. See, firstly wait a minute, it takes time for running. See, in this curve we are now getting the positive slope, as we have seen in the above bar graph. earlier that RM have the positive impact, that's why we are getting the positive slope here, and in the predicted mean squared value 0.015, and see this curve between the error and the iteration is also changed. Here see the curve having the positive slope. Okay, now I will change it with a different value. See, if I change it with RAD, red, what changes will I get? Just see. Wait a minute, it is taking some time for getting its output. See, the now output of the curve changes. Also here the mean squared error is the 4 times the from the previous one. Okay, this curve also changes. This is all about my project. Okay, thank you for watching.